Hi, you may call me Uncle Fester. This is my first YouTube video. The topic of the day is my start of a water fast. Sick, fat, tired, day one of my water fast. First, I want to explain that about 15 years ago, I had a nervous breakdown. I wasn't skinny then, but I also wasn't super obese. But after the nervous breakdown, I was placed on psychiatric meds, and I've been on many different ones over the years since. And I have a belief based on the truth that I know, that every time a physician prescribes a medication, it poisons a system of the body, one or more systems, while it aids you in other ways. Well, I won't go into which medications I took over all those years. I will detail what I'm still taking. One or more than one of the medications I was prescribed caused me to gain a tremendous amount of weight and to get type 2 diabetes from it. Now I ascribe those difficulties not just to the medication, but to the fact that my willpower wasn't strong enough, my knowledge base wasn't big enough to overcome those chemical changes that made me more than double my weight. I went from 160 pounds to over 329 pounds as a result of some of those medications and the change in my appetite, the change in the foods I craved. Lately, I've been doing a whole lot better. I eat better, I eat less. Due to getting gastric reflux, I had to change my eating habits because I didn't want to take omeprazole. And I also don't like having stomach acid go up my throat while I'm sleeping at night because I gorge myself before bedtime. The conditions I currently have, which led to this water fast, are depression, insomnia, fatty liver, high blood pressure. I've been told I have arthritis in my back, and anemia and low sodium. I also have low testosterone. Physicians do great when it comes to trauma. If you need a surgeon, if you have a broken bone, you can't treat that yourself. If you have severe burns, you're going to have to get skin grafts. You're going to require surgery. Physicians are quite capable of doing that. But when you're fat, when you're sick, when you're tired, physicians try to treat those with medications. When you're depressed, You want the pain to go away, so you take the pill. The pills help, and they help for a while, but eventually you need to have your meds changed or adjusted. It's a never-ending process. I've done a lot of recovery the past couple of years by changing my eating habits, by making myself get exercise, by a couple of supplements that I found helpful, and I will detail later. Physicians can't help you when you're fat, sick, and tired. You have to go out of your comfort zone. You have to make yourself work on your own behalf. That's what I have to do. I weighed 329 pounds because of medications I took and the consequential increase in my appetite, increase in cravings for hyperpalatable foods. I've changed my eating habits a great deal. I got an activity tracker and I made myself walk. Now, I had a long history of strength training and running once upon a time. The past 2 years, I've been walking pretty regularly. When the depression's been bad, I don't do so much. And I will discuss depression at a later time and what you can do about it, but today is about my water fast. Currently, I take lisinopril and metoprolol for high blood pressure. I have a prescription vitamin D supplement. I have a prescription fish oil. I take quetiapine fumarate for sleep. It's an antipsychotic, it's an antihistamine. It causes blood sugar irregularities and it increases in appetite in some people. One of those was me. I also took another similar medication for a time that does the same things to a person. I have Androgel for my low T. I take a CoQ10 supplement. I take a daily aspirin full strength because I don't want to stroke out before I'm done living. I take Lantus for the diabetes I have. I don't take all the Lantus my physician wants me to take. I used to take Novolog at mealtime. It's a mealtime short-acting insulin. I don't take that either. My blood sugar seldom goes below 200, but if I take all the insulin my physician wants me to take, I cannot control my appetite. The more insulin I take, the more I eat, the more I eat, the more insulin I need, the fatter I get. I've come down to 274.2 pounds as of this morning, and according to the YMCA body fat calculator at healthstatus.com, I am 36.15% body fat, give or take 1 to 3%. The conditions I currently have are off and on depression. It's really all what I think about. It's been said that depression is caused by living in the past and anxiety is caused by living in the future, and I've had a problem with both the past 15 years. I have insomnia. I can't sleep without the quetiapine fumarate anymore, also known as Seroquel. I'm hoping this fast will help me to withdraw from that medication. I've had a low red blood cell count. Why? Probably as a side effect of some medication I took, or the cocktail thereof. I've treated my own anemia, my low red blood cell count, by taking a rhodiola extract supplement by Biotest. And my physician a couple of weeks ago was happy to see my red blood cell count became normal again after years. This supplement works. I take 2 capsules in the morning, 5 days per week. And the supplement is pitched on the website to give you greater exercise endurance. It's a bodybuilding. They have a bodybuilding forum and articles. It's supposed to give greater endurance by increasing red blood cell production. I tried it and my red blood cell count is normal now after months of taking it. 5 days a week in the mornings, 2 capsules. And I plan to start strength training again soon. I may need to increase the amount of that I take. I don't know. I also have low sodium. Sodium is an electrolyte. The body needs sodium. I eat lots of salt, but I still have low sodium. I was told by one physician to start taking salt tablets. I'm not going to take salt tablets. I add salt to my food. I still have low sodium. I've had low sodium for a long time, and I have low testosterone. Those are the conditions I have. Now, I want to say first off that I've been wanting to do a water fast for a long time. I've read books. I watched YouTube videos about it. I watched a YouTuber yesterday by the name of Sky Shelby, who did a video, How to Properly Water Fast, a Step-by-Step Guide. And he said he might have a fatty liver. He touched on other issues that pertain to me. Some things in common. He did a successful 15-day water fast. He said he could have gone longer, and he details how he felt. And I've seen other testimonials that have shown the same results he got. And I don't want to be fat, sick, and tired anymore. I want to do the water fast, not just for health, not just to lose weight, but also it's a matter of my faith. I'm really interested in achieving that high energy state, that mental clarity that fasting brings, and enjoying that. Resetting my gut health. Withdrawing from all desire for hyperpalatable foods, high salt, high sugar, high fat foods. Mostly foods that have all 3 at the same time. I eat better than I used to, but it's still not perfect. It's still not close to perfect. And I'm expecting that at the end of this water fast, I will have better eating habits. I recommend Sky Shelby's video. he's finished a fast, he details step by step what to do and how it made him feel. And I think if you watch his video, you may find the motivation to do it as I have. I'm doing these videos to keep me accountable. I will try to do one per day as the process goes on. Everyone who's water fasted says the body will tell you when it's time to stop. That's when starvation sets in. Water fasting is not starvation. It is a voluntary withdrawal from the consumption of calories. The body tells you when to stop. When all of the garbage in your body has been eaten up, the cancers that you may not know about, the toxins are cleared out. When your body has finished healing itself, it will signal that it's about to start consuming lean tissue, organs, and that's when you need to break the fast. You need to do it immediately, and there's a proper way to do it. Please see Sky Shelby's video. His method of breaking the fast seems very well thought out and very healthy. I will turn 52 years old in a month and 3 days. I'm probably healthier, I mean relatively. The way I feel physically is usually pretty good. The arthritis in my spine, I was told I had by a chiropractor. It doesn't bother me until I've missed several days of walking. When I stop walking for 1 to 2 weeks, my back starts hurting again. It's from sitting. It's from having a large gut pulling on my lower back. But I've been walking most days of the week for a long time now. And I used to require sitting breaks even on short walks. Today I took a 4.7 mile walk. That's about 10,000 steps on a snowmobile trail near my house here in northern Michigan. There's not supposed to be any motorized vehicles on it, at least in the summer. There are very few people because most people don't get out and walk much. But I enjoy doing that. I've started to accumulate equipment for a home gym. I found that every time I went to the commercial gym in my city, I'd get sick. I go there, I pay my $50 monthly membership fee, I work out, I come home, I get sick. I get a cold or something else. My immune system can't handle all the germs that my body seems to find in this health center that is in an annex of a hospital. I think every germ that comes through this city ends up on their exercise equipment, maybe by osmosis. I just stopped smoking again. I'm not really much of a smoker. I'm more of a dipper. I've used Copenhagen snuff mostly and other smokeless tobaccos since I was 16 years old. My teeth and gums are good. I brush and floss. I brush with a non-fluoride toothpaste. I currently use Earth Paste. It has salt, and bentonite clay in it. Sounds dirty. Gets my teeth clean. Makes my teeth white. It remineralizes my teeth. I haven't brushed them since last night. They look pretty good for someone who's heaped such abuse on them. I don't have diabetic mouth issues that I know of. I don't have any aches or pains other than my back when I don't exercise. I lifted weights for a long time, off and on. I ran a lot in my youth. So I'm starting my water fast today, day 1, 274.2 pounds, 36.15% body fat, 53-inch waist, 53-inch waist. It's been bigger, but that's still a long way around. I have a beach ball for a belly. I remember when I was young and handsome. I remember I would take my shirt off in the presence of a woman, and one woman said, "I can't believe how nice your body is." Nobody said that to me in a very long time. But I'm doing this primarily for my health, secondarily for my appearance. Thirdly, and probably most importantly, I'm doing it as an exercise in self-denial, because according to the tenets of my Christian faith, we're supposed to overcome our flesh. My flesh has been in charge for a long time. Tobacco, hyperpalatable foods, alcohol. My psych meds weren't working that well, so I started drinking. Drank about 12 cans of beer every other day or so, 5.9% alcohol usually. I stopped drinking. Well, I stopped taking the 3 of my psych meds first. I stopped taking Lexapro, I stopped taking Topamax, and I stopped taking Boost Bar. I thought that they'd run their usefulness had run the course, and they were probably causing more problems than they were helping at that point. And the psychiatrist I see, I think he was waiting for my depression to overcome me before he would change my meds or adjust them. So there, physicians prescribe medications, sometimes to help. And then you get physicians who really don't want you to get better. They want you to die. I think the psychiatrist wanted that. He saw how bad I was doing. But I stopped taking those meds, and shortly after I stopped taking those meds, I stopped drinking too. I stopped smoking a few days ago. And I'm feeling much better. My activity tracker tells me how many steps to take every day, and the number got low over the winter. I didn't walk much. The depression, sitting in the chair, not wanting to go outside, not wanting to go anywhere else to walk. But the number's coming up. I shoot for 2,000 steps over my goal because with my Garmin VivoFit, that gives me about a 300 to 400 increase in my goal number. So I had to get about 10,200 steps today to reach my goal, and I'm at 10,745 steps now for the day, and it resets at midnight. But I got about 10,000 of those steps on the trail today. Please see Sky Shelby's video on water fasting. This video I'm making is for accountability for me. It's so I don't quit. Because the mind plays tricks on you when your body wants something and it's not getting it. Brad Blanton, a TED talker I saw, he said there were 3 types of minds. We have 3 types of minds and they're all messed up. The reactive mind, the personal construct mind, and the linear mind. The reactive mind, he said, keeps a record of everything that happens to you, especially things that are traumatic, and it brings those up from time to time. Not helpful. He said the personal construct mind is that part of your mind that gets habituated to certain things, like hyperpalatable food, tobacco, alcohol, prescription medications, like psych meds. They're addictive. They're not addictive in the sense that you wake up every day and say, I gotta have that drug. But if you don't take the drug, your body, your mind will make you pay. Then there's the linear mind, which is your thinking mind. It's how you come to answers and make your plans. But Brad Blanton said the mind is a terrible thing, waste it. As a take on the United Negro College Fund's former slogan. Those of you who are old enough know what I'm talking about. I have well water. I get it from my parents' house. I live in a city. I have municipal water in my home. But I go to my parents' house and fill up jugs for my water dispenser with well water. It has minerals in it. It doesn't have added chlorine and fluoride, which are both bad for you. I have a shower head that has a water filter on it that removes the chlorine. Chemicals make you sick. Your body needs certain nutrients every day. Your body doesn't need supplemental fluoride in your drinking water or your bathing water. It doesn't need supplemental chlorine. I have low chloride too, as well as low sodium, but salt, sodium, chloride. Sky Shelby advises taking sea salt in the morning with lukewarm water every day. For me, that's going to be necessary because I will get faint without added sodium. I already have low sodium in my blood. I expect to have to withdraw from my blood pressure medication. As I remember back in 2012, I lost 100 pounds really fast. I had rebound weight gain because I did it in a bad way. Fasting's not supposed to do that to you, especially if you break your fast in a healthy way. So I have that. I'm using iodized salt, iodized plain processed salt in the mornings instead of the sea salt. Iodine's an important nutrient and one can't get enough of that. I have dried seaweed products already that I eat occasionally for the iodine, but I won't be eating them obviously while I water fast. But your thyroid needs the iodine. It especially needs it because if you are exposed to municipal water systems that have fluoride in them, the fluoride will be preferentially taken up by your thyroid as well as by your pineal gland in your brain, which is your third eye. It's the center of your spirituality. And when the pineal gland takes up fluoride, it turns into a rock. It hardens. Your sleep gets bad. You can't sleep. So I'm expecting by this water fast that I will be able to withdraw from the dangerous pharmaceutical preparations that I've been prescribed by my physicians. I'm expecting to lose weight. I'm expecting my inflammation to go down. People with diabetes have terrible inflammation throughout their body and in their brain. There are studies speaking to depression in people with diabetes. It's an inflammation problem. It's a brain inflammation problem. Depression is caused by inflammation. So I guess that's all I have for now. This is day one. You see my fat face. It's not jolly. Fat people being jolly is a myth most of the time. Even the ones that are apparently jolly are crying inside and eating ho-hos to make themselves feel better. I, to tell the truth, have cried a lot. I'm taking the advice to try to stay in my present mind, not to live in the past, not to live in the future, to avoid depression and anxiety, to stay present, appreciate life, look for good things to come. I've cut my exposure to certain people that make me upset. I don't have a lot of people in my life. I've been disabled for 15 years. I've been broken. My friends were all associated with my work. I don't get out much. I was a shy kid. I always felt like an odd nut. But I remember when I was thin or muscular, as the case may be, and healthy and young and had employment, people wanted to be around me more. I have been told I'm funny. I don't feel like making other people laugh today, but maybe when the water fast is finished, I'll be in a great mood. And I can return to some semblance of a normal life. buying plates. I have a power rack and a bar and a bench, and they're very nice ones. And the home gym I'm assembling now is much less expensive than the one I assembled in the 1990s, and my equipment's better. So our trade with China has been fruitful for me, our country's trade. I have nice equipment. I still have to get the plates next month. So that's all for now. Have a great day. See you tomorrow. Be kind to each other. Take care.